Church here, and welcome to the Game Grinder, and welcome to another pickup video. And as per schedule, here we are. And unfortunately, this one's not going to be as robust as a selection as I usually have, as I'm kind of, toning down the pickups with the spring-summer game release season ending, and now we're just kind of holding out till fall and winter when all the other big stuff releases. I have like 5 or 6 things on pre-order right now, mostly collector's editions kind of stuff. So I guess getting started here, we'll go back a little ways. So I went to my first gaming convention at the beginning of June, I believe it was, beginning of June. First gaming convention I went to, it was the 2D Con in Minnesota, and it was interesting. It was definitely a lot smaller of a convention. They've been doing it for a few years, but it's not, it's definitely not a big convention by any means. So I guess I was kind of a little underwhelmed, and my camera just moved. That was pretty neat. There was a lot of kind of more independent artist vendors, like a lot of gaming related kind of things here and there. There was a couple retro game shops that were selling things. I think actually one shop and one just independent person that was selling things, and then there was a lot of game demos for independent games. I had talked about on one of my previous episodes of a podcast, the episode before the E3 one, that I actually have a friend who is helping develop a game. He's doing some beta testing and stuff like that, and it's called Henshin Engine, and this is a PC Engine or TurboGrafx homebrew. Basically, it will be available on multiple platforms, but I'm definitely liking the direction it's going. It's a pretty cool little sprite art game, and I'm a huge fan of sprite work. But while I was at the convention, I did pick up a couple things. Nothing crazy, but hey, you can't expect to always find great deals at conventions. So the deals I did find, I was like, yes. So I guess first, really random things. So I am a fan of the late XCOM series. So I picked up XCOM UFO Defense for the PlayStation 1. This is a PlayStation 1 version of XCOM, which is a strategy game. Very fun games anyways. The later ones, the Enemy Within and Enemy Unknown or whatever. A lot of fun. I haven't played XCOM 2, the new XCOM 2 anyways, but I'm pretty excited to get to that eventually. I haven't picked up a physical copy just because it's kind of out there in terms of time when I'd be able to play it, and no great deal on that yet, so I haven't picked it up. But I got XCOM for the PlayStation 1, so that is pretty neat, and I will get to that eventually. And a lot of times I don't talk much about like the accessories just because I don't pick up a lot of console stuff, but I am a sucker for peripherals. The weirder the better, or the gimmicky the better, I guess, as it were. And I'm kind of surprised I haven't had one of these because I have a lot of different Game Boy stuff, but I did pick up a Game Boy camera, the red one. They also had a yellow one, which I was really tempted to buy the yellow one as well, but I have a Game Boy camera. I don't have the printer yet, so unfortunately I can't print out some pictures, but I will get there eventually. And then a couple little random things that I thought were pretty neat is, so I guess it's kind of been more recently, maybe in the last year, maybe 2 years, I've kind of discovered what perler art is. For those who don't know, perler art is basically a form of beads. You put these beads on like a pegboard to make designs, and then you heat it with an iron, and it makes whatever you want to make. And I've been thinking they're really cool because they have a really cool like pixel art look to them. Actually, I found, of course, I found a Etsy shop that was selling Shantae-based perler art, which I haven't bought any yet because I don't have actually any of Shantae, but I think I need to like send the person a message and say, hey, can you custom make me a big one or something. But anyways, I picked up a few just because I thought these were really cool. So the first one here is going to be kind of like my, not the best team, but this was my team from Chrono Trigger, and that is Chrono, Ayla, and Magus. I thought they were pretty neat. They look, just like the characters, and that's what's appealing to me about it. I don't really have a good spot for these on my collection, on my shelves, but, I'm making it work. And then I also picked up Shovel Knight perler art thing, and actually I will be reviewing these games pretty soon. I just need to write the review for this, but I played this a while back, including the Plague Knight campaign, and it's a fantastic game. And, you know, I can't really add much to the discussion, but, you know, I can throw my 2 cents out there anyways. So then I think moving on here, let me move some stuff out of the way. A friend of mine actually gave me some pretty awesome hookups. So he has a wonderful collection. It makes mine kind of look like chump stuff, but his house had a pipe burst and flooded his game room. And fortunately, not much was affected by the water. It was mostly like Blu-rays, but there's a couple games that got a little bit of water damage, and he asked me if I was interested in any of them. And one of them I had mixed up with a different game, but I decided to buy it off him, and I will show you what's up. So that is Grandia for the PS1, and actually, I probably can't show this very well on the camera, but let's see. There is, yeah, I don't think I can show, but there's a little bit of waviness to the manual. Like, it's really not bad at all. And he gave me a fantastic deal on this. I actually thought this was Grandstream Saga. Like, I'm not really familiar with Grandia for some reason, but he had initially asked me about it, and I thought it was Grandstream Saga, which, you know, that game was okay, but at first I just kind of dismissed it since I didn't know much about it, and then we hung out not too long ago, and he had his PSP version. He's like, here, check it out, you know, see what you think. Checked out a little bit of the battle system, didn't see much of, like, the story and things like that, but I liked what I seen, so I decided to pick this up, and I'm pretty excited to play this. Like, really surprised I didn't really know about this one, but then again, there's quite a few games I don't know about. You know, you can't know everything. Or at least I can't anyways. And then, just for the heck of it, he gave me a Final Fantasy XII strategy guide. This is like the collector's edition, so it comes with like a little slipcover case or something. And there's some extra things in here, I believe. But, you know, it's cool to have strategy guides. Like, I am starting to kind of collect them when I find them, especially for games that I most likely will play. I've never played 12. I have 12. A lot of you, if you follow my videos, you kind of know my thoughts on the later Final Fantasy series, but I think that's pretty cool, and I will check the game out eventually, because I heard, you know, it's a pretty decent game. So, yeah. And then, I think the next thing here is I'll just run through a few of the recent collector's editions I've gotten. These I have done unboxing videos for, so if you'd like to see more of the collector's editions, I recommend you check out my unboxing videos. They're all pretty recent, so this is nothing new per se. But the first one here is going to be Odin Sphere Leaf Thrasier, and yeah, so this is an HD remake, little collector's edition of a fantastic game. I haven't gotten around to this yet, but I think I'm going to try to play this soon. Right now I'm lining up Until Dawn. I think that's the next game I'm going to play, and then I'll probably play the new Star Ocean game, which I also got the collector's edition for, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. Hearing pretty good things. Reviews are surprisingly, like, very lukewarm on this, but the people, friends that I know and acquaintances that have played it are enjoying it quite a bit, so I think that says a lot, you know, when the fans are the ones who are really going to tell you what's up about a game. And then the last one that I picked up here was Grand Kingdom Limited Edition, and this is a SRPG. Has a kind of unique looking battle system and very neat art style. I thought it looked like a really cool game. I've been hearing great things about it, so yeah, so I got that as well. And then, unfortunately, but, you know, I kind of saved the best for last. This is the last pickups that I have for this video, but they are awesome pickups. So a friend of mine, Corpse Flood Gaming, I recommend you check out his channel. I'll try to put links in the description. Doesn't have a whole lot of videos, but he does some pretty neat unboxing videos with his daughter for the video game monthly boxes, and then he has like room tour and some other stuff, so I definitely recommend checking out his channel. But he is a great guy. Me and him started talking a little bit here and there, and he had sent me a message a few weeks ago saying, hey, I I got some deals and I got some doubles, and would you be interested in possibly doing a trade? And I was like, sure. I don't have a whole lot. Like, the things that I have for trade is just a lot of random stuff. Like, I had a bunch of game manuals, some PSP games, and I can't even remember what else. I think there might be like some sports Dreamcast games, and I think I had a couple PS2 games too, but not a whole lot really. So I was like, I'm definitely interested to see if we can work anything out. And he had some really cool stuff, and I knew most of what I had wouldn't be tradable for what he had. But one thing that did catch my eye that I've been hearing a lot of things about lately, especially for some reason, is Shadow Hearts, and I got Shadow Hearts. So yeah, this is a horror RPG. It's a series, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off of things that I've learned recently. I haven't done much research, but I believe the first game related to the series is Koldelka. But there's also a sequel, Shadow Hearts 2. But I've heard great things. I thought it looked really cool, and I was able to work out some deals. Things I traded was like I had a Secret of Mana manual, Ninja Turtles 3 for the NES, the Manhattan Project. I had that manual. A couple other manuals like Castle Quest, and there might have been something else, but I can't remember. And then a few random PSP games. One of them was Warriors of Light or something. I can't remember what game it was, just because I didn't really care that much. Just a few random things, but worked out, and I got myself a copy of Shadow Hearts, which is awesome. It's great when I do have things that people are interested in for trading, because a lot of what I find just seems to be like really random, just whatever. So usually I just take it and trade it into shops. And what was really cool about it is a couple days before I got this, he sent me a message and said, hey, let me know when you get your package, and I left a surprise for you. And I was like, ooh, what could it possibly be? Really had no idea. And opened it up. Of course, there was my copy of Shadow Hearts, but then he also included Champions of Norath. This is related to the Baldur's Gate series, and he had recommended this to me kind of recently. I think it might have been when I was talking about my five of my nostalgic games, and I was talking about Neverwinter Nights and how it was similar to Baldur's Gate. This is kind of more of a like action adventure RPG, not as slow as games like Dragon Age or Baldur's Gate and things like that. And yeah, so I've had other people recommend this to me as of late as well, so it's really cool to get this, and hopefully I can get some friends over and play some co-op through this, because I'm sure it's a great game. So, of course, to Corpse Floyd Gaming, thank you very much again for the trade, and I really appreciate the hookup, and I'm absolutely positive that I will enjoy both of these games immensely. So, yeah, thank you. So I guess that will about do it for this pickup video. Like I said, it's a little lacking, but, it's all pretty great things. I don't need to just pick up whatever. I can pass on some pretty good deals, which unfortunately I have had to choose to do recently. But of course, hopefully, in about a month's time, I might have another few things to show off. Of course, I would love to know your thoughts on any of these games. If you've played these, which ones would you recommend over others? So yeah, of course, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time on the Game Grinder.